welcome back to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. My name is Marla and I'm with Mad About Cards and Crafts, and today we're going to create this cute Valentine. The products that I'm using are this Lola the Giraffe. I'll be using the giraffe. The Valentine's Day with Shadow Sentiment. The stitched scallop mini slimline dies. I'm using the largest die and then that third size in. 2 distress inks in Festive Berry and Worn Lipstick. I'll be using a white gel pen as well. I wanted to show you how this cuts out. For this particular die, it's best to try to keep as many of the pieces in place so that you are able to line up where they need to go. I'm going to show you how I put the word day in there, and then I'm going to move along where I already have everything in place, just because it takes a few minutes to get everything lined up. I did find that it was easiest using my reverse tweezers and my Cat Scrappiness embellishment tool to move everything around. So there's the word day. I just need to pop out that little heart and that will be in place. So through the magic of editing, everything has already been placed. I'm going to lay out some of these pieces. I'll show you that I glued them on using my art glitter glue. As I said, am using my reverse tweezers because you're going to find that I'll pick things up and I'll knock them off. I'm really clumsy when it comes to putting things together, and so especially because I like to keep my nails long, so they tend to get in the way sometimes with things. So I find that my reverse tweezers and that embellishment tool really are my friend. I'm going to show you how I colored Lola up. I'll start with her body. I'm going to skip the coloring of the head since it's the same way that I colored the body, and then I'll move on to the other elements. I did lose some of the footage from putting my card together, so at the very end I will talk you through the process of putting that card together. So if you haven't subscribed to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel, we would absolutely love for you to subscribe and ring the bell so that you're notified whenever we do upload a video. We do have a Facebook page. It's called the Cat Scrappiness Insiders. We would love for you to join us there as well for additional inspiration. I'm starting with some R markers. I have all of the markers listed. The caps are right up there on the top. I start with my darkest color and I add the shadows under the chin on the left and the right side. I blend it out. I believe it's an R83 that I'm blending it with. And then I leave a lot of white space, and that marker ended up being dry, so I'm going to bring another marker in. So instead, for right now, I'm just going to reinforce those lines. As I've said on other videos, I absolutely love a really deep shadow, so you're going to see that I really try to keep those shadows very prominent. I'm going to blend all of this out, and then I will come in with my third color and I will blend it. And I believe that my third color, I'll have the cap up there in just a second. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I didn't write down the colors, unfortunately. I was so in the mood for coloring. I love the idea of having a pink giraffe as opposed to a typical yellowish orange. There it is. There's the third color that I was using. So I'm going to do the same thing for his head. I will end up I guess I did keep it in. I thought that I pulled this out, but I'm putting my shadows around the side of his head, his nose, and the top of his nose. And then I'm going to blend that out. I'll reinforce those colors another time. I did stamp this out using Gina K Designs Jet Black Amalgam ink, and that is Copic Express It paper. And I find that I get a really nice blend. It is a little bit pricier for the Express It paper, but I really like the blend that I get. So for the dots on the giraffe, I'm going to be using some R markers. I start with my R27. I go around the entire perimeter of those circles, and then I believe I blend it out with an R22. So it has more of a pink tone. I wanted to, because I did color the giraffe in more of a pink red, I wanted to not have that red be so deep. I wanted to add a little bit of pink tone to it, which is why I decided to blend it out with the R22. And then I'm going to color his nose. And when I color his nose, I will use an R20 and an R21. So that's going to have an even lighter pink to it. I do make a mistake on his feet, her feet. I do end up picking up the wrong marker. I pick up a deep pink for the light color on the left hoof of the giraffe, and it doesn't really show all that bad. I try to blend it out with my lighter color. It was supposed to be a highlighted area like the right side of the foot was, but I just wasn't paying much attention. I was enjoying coloring. Right there is where I picked that wrong marker up. I'm trying to scrub it out. You can see how much lighter right now this right side is, but I will work with it and it won't look quite as odd as it does right now. But, you know, that happens. Sometimes you just get into your coloring and you absolutely love what you're doing. If you have followed on the Cat Scrappiness Scrappin' Insiders page, there are contests monthly. So we do have a monthly card making contest. If you would like to enter that, that's something fun on the channel. We love for you to tag us on Instagram. We love to showcase what you've created with our products. If you haven't seen all of the new mini Slimlines that were recently released, you should head over to the store. I decided to create another mini Slimline because I'm really loving them. I love the mini Slimline. So I used a red marker. I believe it was an R24, and I blended it out with an R22 for the ears. And then I'm using the same colors on, I don't know, what do you call those on a giraffe? I'm going to have to look that up. If you know, leave it in the comment section below what those two little things that stick up on the giraffe's head are. Are they antennas? Are they horns? Not quite sure. I used my black glaze pen to color in the eyes. I'm using a micron pen to create some little lashes on this cute giraffe, and then I'm going to add some accent dots using my white gel pen. So I'll add them on the left and the right side at the top of the head, as well as on the neck. I will come back in and add some freckles so that she just has those cute little cheeks. I thought about adding additional color, but I didn't. I cut the gingham paper, which was in my stash, using the largest die. Then using that third die down, I created this white piece, which is Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock. I have this stencil, this heart stencil from my stash, and I'm going to start with my worn lipstick. I'm going to do a little bit of ombre ink blending. So I'll start with the worn lipstick, and then I'll bring in the festive berry. Because there's a lot of distance between the hearts, I decided to use some of those smaller hearts to fill in some of those spaces. I do know that Happy Valentine's Day is going to take up a lot of the space, so I'm not so worried on the right side as I am on the left side. So here's where I'm adding that festive berries, and then you can see I have a little bit few holes, so I'm just going to fill those in using the appropriate colors in the areas that I'm filling in. So on the top portion, I'm going to use the worn lipstick, and on the bottom portion, I will use the festive berries. And then I'm going to talk you through the process of how I put my card together. I cut a card base from Neenah Solar White 110-pound cardstock. It's cut to 6 by 3 1/4. I laid down, centered the gingham piece and the white heart. Then I added some foam tape to the Happy Valentine's Day and the giraffe, and that is my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, have a fabulous day.